Activity 7. Given angles A and E, add up A and E. That is, we have to construct the addition, we have to make the calculation adding two angles. The addition of two angles is always a larger angle, and we always make or find the solution on a separate drawing. So the first thing we have to do is to construct a ray with a vertex to make the construction of the solution here, right? We make it separately. We don't make the construction on top of angle A or on top of angle E. So this is how it works. You have to open your compass, any length, and you will draw three arcs. The first one has the vertex of A as center point. The second one has the center point on the vertex of E. The third one has the center point on the vertex of O. This one, you have to draw it big enough because this is the angle that will include the solution. The first arc intersects the rays of angle A at points 1 and 2. The second arc intersects the rays of E at points 3 and 4. What I'm going to do first is to copy angle A on top of this given ray. So I set the compass between points 1 and 2. What I'm doing is to measure the chord of angle A, and from this point I will transfer the length. That is, this is my point 1 prime, this is my point 2 prime, and this is already my angle A copied. What I'm going to do to find the solution, the addition of the two angles, is to set angle A and E adjacent. That is, they will share the same vertex and one of the sides. So at the same time on this point, I'm going to have the point 2 and already the point 3 prime, because now I'm going to open my compass, the distance between 3 and 4, and I will measure from point 2 prime or 3 prime the angle. That is, this is my angle A, this is my angle E, and the solution of my activity is this one. That was my angle A copied. This is my angle E copied. The solution of my activity is this angle. The angle between 0.4 prime, the vertex of the angle, and 1 prime. That will be the addition of angle A and E. I will apply the same procedure to make the construction of the addition of A and B. Open your compass at any radius and make 3 arcs. The first one from the vertex of A, the second one from the vertex of B, the third one on top of the ray that contains the solution. These 3 arcs, all of them should have exactly the same radius, otherwise the construction doesn't work. This is point 1, 2, 3, 4. This is already my point 1 prime. I will open my compass between 1 and 2. Oops. This is very small. Open your compass between 3 and 4. And from this point that was 2 prime, transfer the measurement 3, 4. So this is 1 prime, this is 2 prime, and at the same time 3 prime, this is 4 prime. The solution is the angle between 4 prime, the vertex O, and 1 prime. That would be the solution of the addition. Let's check together if it works. This angle with a dashed line, this angle is angle A, this is angle B, and this is the solution of the two together. So draw an arc of any radius and center the vertex of A. Could be of any radius. This arc intersects the rays of the angle at points 1 and 2, and exactly with the same radius you will construct a second arc with center point the vertex of A. This arc intersects the arms of the angle at points 3 and 4, and exactly with the same radius you will construct another arc from point O. What I'm going to do is to copy angle A on top of this ray. So this is already my point 1. You have to open your compass, the distance between point 1 and 2. That is, this is the chord of angle A, so of arc A, and mark it off on the angle. So this is already point 2 prime, 1 prime and 2 prime. I'm going to make a dashed line here to show you how this is the angle A copied. All right, what I've done is to copy the angle A over there. Then open your compass 3 and 4. If it were an addition, you would have to draw the angle in this direction, but this is a subtraction. It means that we have to set the position of angle E on top of angle A. This is why I'm going to mark the distance 3, 4 clockwise direction. Okay, so it means that at this point I already have the point 3 prime, and this is my point 4 prime. This is my angle E copied. The solution of this construction is the angle between 4 prime, O, and 1. Angle A minus angle E equals this angle 4 prime, O, 1 prime. Activity 10. A. Define angle bisector. B. Draw the bisector of angle A. 11. Bisect angle E. So, what is the angle bisector? It's a line that splits or divides an angle into two equal angles. We always say that this line is equidistant at the same distance from the rays of the angle, and it goes through the vertex of the angle. So, how to draw the angle bisector, or how to bisect an angle, which is the same thing. You have to use the compass and you have to use the ruler. You will open your compass at any length. You will set the point of the compass at the vertex of the angle, and you will draw an arc. This arc must intersect the rays of the angle. You can keep the same measurement or you can change it, and you have to draw two arcs from the intersection of the arcs with the rays. When connecting this point with the vertex of the angle, you have the angle bisector. You can check if it's properly constructed, checking that these two angles, they are exactly equal. Bisecting an obtuse angle requires exactly the same procedure. But in this case, what I'm going to do is, once you draw the first arc and you get the two intersecting points, I'm going to open slightly bigger the arc. From these 2 points, keeping the same measurement, you will construct 2 arcs that intersect. When connecting this point with the vertex of the angle, you have already bisect the angle. And this line is the angle bisector. This is the angle bisector of A, this is the angle bisector of E. To divide angle A into 3 equal parts, that is activity 12, you just have to make 3 arcs exactly with the same radius. Open your compass at any convenient radius, it doesn't really matter how much. The arc should intersect the rays of the angle. Set the point of the compass at 1. Set the point of the compass at 2 and mark it off as well. And when connecting the vertex of the angle with these 2 points you get here, you will see that you have already trisect or divided into 3 the right angle. So this is, if the right angle is 90 degrees, this is already 30, 30, and 30 degrees. Trisect a straight angle requires exact. Activity 13, trisect angle E. As you can see, angle E is a straight angle, an angle of 180 degrees. To trisect means to divide it into 3 equal parts. So what I'm going to do is to set the point of my compass at the vertex of the angle, and I will draw an arc at any radius. This arc intersects the rays of the angle at points 1 and 2, and what I'm going to do is to make arcs from points 1 and 2 exactly with the same measurements. Set the point of the compass at 1, mark it off to get point 3, set the point of the compass at 2, mark it off, get point 4. When connecting points 3 and 4 with the vertex of the angle, this is how you divide or you split the angle of 180 into 3 equal angles. You will guess immediately that this angle is exactly 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees as well, and this is 60 degrees too.